We all know that s1mple has not played competitive Counter-Strike for a really long time. After the release of CS2, s1mple was still taking a break from competitive CS, enjoying his life after winning a major and also making some business moves. We're not gonna talk about how his course, school or whatever it is turned out to be a complete scam, since I'm not here to hate and a lot of people already made videos about that. What I really want to talk about is that s1mple decided to sign with a new team, Falcons, and he signed for a lot of money. After he did that, people instantly started saying that s1mple will never be able to return to tier 1 scene and he only tries to make money right now, since he already achieved everything he wanted in the game. Whether it's true or not, I don't care. I care about the fact that s1mple just recently played his first official matches for Falcons, and unlike people who already made his demo reviews on Nuke where he played well, I want to show you the full picture. Falcons lost 2-0 to a team called 3D Max. Now some people might already say that 3D Max is some tier 3 team and Falcons are trash. Well, if you are silver, of course you can say that, but 3D Max is currently a top 19 team in HLTV rating, and we all know that everything in top 20 is considered to be tier 1 or at least close to tier 1 level. The full picture is that 2 games were played, but not a single demo analytic has showed you the first game where s1mple played really bad. I personally think that it's very important to watch and analyze both of the games to see what went wrong on the first map. Welcome to my new show, The Blind Analytics, and even though I probably missed all the hype about s1mple's return, this video still took an insane amount of effort to make, so I'd really appreciate some feedback from you guys if I should continue with this or not. Let's begin. On pistol round, Falcons are spreading around the map to gain some control. s1mple goes stairs to potentially challenge connector with P250 or any aggression near A main. But he gets caught in the unfortunate timing and starts looking main while the cities are attempting a 2-man pick in connector. As you can see, s1mple is way too worried about A main, and to prevent that from happening, Magisk, who was playing with him, should have went down and took control of main, so s1mple would be able to focus only on connector. After that, Falcons walk right into the trap by going mid to A and they all die. An A split overall is a good strategy, but usually the most pressure has to be put from A main, which draws an attention of mid CT players, forcing them to rotate, which makes it easier for T players in mid to sneak through and cut off easy rotations. Individually here, s1mple hasn't made any mistakes, and it was just a bad decision by the team or a bad call by the IGL. Next round, Falcons decide to do a force buy with Tech 9s, armors and some utility. s1mple throws this connector smoke, which Falcons don't utilize at all. After that, s1mple and his teammates shift towards mid and do the same thing as they did on a pistol round, which leads to the exact same result. Again, I'm kinda speechless. Look at city players here, they're fully turned towards camera and not even looking main. Why not to put, for example, 2 or 3 people trying to challenge A main and then do a split once you have the control of it? Because you don't put any pressure in main, the cities are not worried about it, looking only at one spot and killing you with no effort at all. 3-0, the first full buy. s1mple throws the same smoke to connector and then slowly moves towards water to gain some A main control with 2 of his teammates. But they all peek one by one and die. Again, not really a mistake. I guess that he was trying to follow a call here, and even though s1mple had a few seconds to make a move before the smoke popped out, so did his teammates. The best play here would be to let go of shift and try to double/triple pick a city player before the smoke started blocking their vision. s1mple gets a scout and runs water. He tries challenging connector but gets insta-killed. A mistake? Well, hold that thought, we will get back to that later. 5-0 and s1mple still hasn't made a single kill. The cities are feeling way more confident and they decide to challenge A main. They throw a smoke to stairs and push both connector and main. s1mple obviously hears that and Falcons make a decision to move towards B, since Dupree already found a kill there. They plant the bomb and secure their first round. 5-1 and s1mple finally gets an O. Now, as a main sniper on Anubis, there are a lot of things that you can do. For example, picking connector from stairs, picking mid or B main, or even posting up towards A main. Let's see what s1mple does. He decides to super aggressively swing mid, and after it gets smoked, he moves towards stairs to hold connector, but then something really weird happens. As you can see, Dupree and Maiden are moving towards B side from main, and Snappy is clearly trying to take connector. s1mple is covering him, but he also has the bomb on him. So I assumed that it's gonna be a B split, but for some reason s1mple turns around to throw a flash to A main, Magisk dies, s1mple refrags him and then dies with the bomb. Yes, Falcons managed to win a round after, but that was a terrible mistake that teams of this level should never make. There were absolutely zero reasons to challenge main, and the best play here would be to slowly move towards connector and split B together, or leave Magisk lurking alone near water and do a 4-man split. 5-3, s1mple tries challenging mid with early aggression, gets smoked and moves towards water. Again, they are trying to take A main control. s1mple throws a flash for 2 of his mates to pick and instantly turns around since he's expecting a city player in connector to make a move. Unfortunately that doesn't happen, but this time they finally took A main. s1mple switches his AWP for Mach 10, makes a quick refrag, and I want you to pay attention to the T players' positions on the map. How is this considered to be a pro level CS when you have one player in A main fighting alone, the bomb is dropped into spawn, one guy sits on stairs and the last one holds B main. It honestly feels like they have no coordination between each other and no cover for each other. Everyone is trying to play by themselves and just do solo plays. Anyways, s1mple goes back to water, picks up his sniper rifle and then almost kills a city who was chasing him, but CS2 moment happens and he is forced to fall back. They secure the round and opponents take a tactical timeout. After the timeout, s1mple goes towards stairs and throws this really good nade that usually does a lot of early damage to a city player who is also usually trying to nade stairs. Then he holds con, turns around when Magisk finds a kill on A and gets caught off guard by cities picking water from mid. Next round, Falcons are trying to take A main control again, but they get instantly smoked and cancel the push. After the smoke is faded, they decide to push, but s1mple instantly gets killed here. I don't consider this a mistake, since he got killed really fast here, and the best play to avoid this death would be to let one or more of his mates to cross in front of him and then trying to refrag, but you need to be a psychic to predict this type of things. Anyways, the last round on city side awaits, and s1mple challenges mid early again, but this time it's a success. Falcons immediately try to take space, s1mple spots another city indoors, but misses. Maiden makes a kill, and then s1mple finds another kill on a B player who was rotating to help mid. And now they have full information on a map, since they know that one player is still in mid and one player is most likely B since he's the anchor. They finish the mid player and then s1mple almost makes another kill on the last city in temple. Hey guys, I found a perfect place where you can buy and sell your skins. It's Skinland. By using my promo code HaiX on a site, you can get a $10 bonus if you sell skins for $100 or more. You open a site, set your trade link, activate my promo code, pick skins that you want to sell, choose a payment method you want, and confirm a trade. Congratulations, you received your money. On Skinland, you can also buy skins way cheaper than on Steam Market. You can easily deposit with lots of available methods, and the site is super trusted. So trusted that Fallen, the legend of Counter-Strike, recommends you to try it out. So thanks a lot to Skinland for sponsoring this video, and thanks a lot to you for watching the ad. City side time. s1mple, Snappy and Dupree are gonna be trying to challenge A main with a flash from Magisk. Let's see how it plays out. So after they've made their kills, they showed way too many players on main, which made 3dmax realize that B side is probably the right place to go. The re-aggression from s1mple was way too unnecessary, and in my opinion the best play here would be to either go all the way back to side or at least fall back a little bit. The score is 9-9. s1mple still haven't found a single kill on city side. He currently only has 4 kills, but still tries to challenge mid. T players tried boosting on top of the smoke, but s1mple dodges the pick and goes back to doors. The idea here is to play bait and switch setup with Snappy, who's gonna be taking all the T's attention and contact, while s1mple will be collecting easy kills. And it should be a very easy kill for s1mple, since the T player who's gonna be going out first only has 47 HP. 2 bullets with M4 needs to be enough to kill him, but no, he swings and kills s1mple. Okay, remember how I told you to hold that thought about s1mple missing some shots? I think now it's the time to finally talk about it. Even though s1mple took a big break from competitive CS, it's not like he hasn't played at all. He plays a lot of FACEIT and recently won 36 out of 50 FACEIT matches, so he's definitely trying to get in good shape. But there are two main issues here. First of all, s1mple has super low amount of experience on competitive Anubis. A lot of times he seems very uncomfortable on the map and lost in his moves. Second of all, he still tries to play the game like in CSGO days, where reaction time and good mechanics used to matter a lot when you're holding angles. A lot of people are saying that the fact that s1mple is getting out-aimed by no-namers just shows how different CS2 is to CSGO. Anyways, let's get back to the game. The score is 9-10 and s1mple finally gets an AWP. He decides to take a very risky position on the right side of window. Snappy gets killed and s1mple is lucky to be alive. But then he does what he does best, an unexpected re-aggression secures him an easy kill. He instantly falls back and rotates all the way to A site. Here he is just guessing, since they don't have a lot of map control, but the guess was unlucky and 3D Max went towards B. s1mple rotates to city spawn and finds a kill on a T player who was about to plant. The bomb is dropped and it's a 3 vs 2 in Falcons' favor. Maiden gets killed, but s1mple doesn't refrag him and also die, and then they lose the round. Was that a mistake? Well, in that case it's a 50-50. He could have tried to instantly refrag Maiden on the 8 HP T player and then play it out as a 2 vs 1. But in my opinion, the worst part about this retake were the positions of CT players. You don't have B main, you don't have s1mple, and you have a very late connector control. For the rest of the game, s1mple haven't made a single kill. When the score was 9-11, he went connector with XM and almost made a kill, but died. Next round he tried taking A main control, but C's took mid and he couldn't kill a guy crossing from camera. And on the final round he was left in a 1 vs 4 retake that was impossible to win. My conclusion about the first map is that s1mple needs way more competitive experience on Anubis, since he seemed very uncomfortable playing it. It will obviously take time for him to adjust to the garbage mechanics of CS2, where holding angles is impossible and you can get killed by a player who is 1000 times worse than you. Second map was played on Nuke, where s1mple has an insane amount of experience and it is also considered to be a map for OPers, especially on city side. Let's see how this played out. Falcons are starting T side, s1mple gets a P250 and they're gonna be contacting towards ramp. They go all the way to B without any difficulties, plant the bomb and it will be a 5 vs 5 retake. s1mple finds a quick kill on a player in single door and the rest of the team follows his example. Easy and quick round. Next round, s1mple has Galil, armor and the smoke. Falcons explode a nade door and any experienced team can clearly see that their enemies are doing a force buy, which means that they're gonna be playing against MP9s, 5.7s and shotguns, which would make it very uncomfortable committing towards any close range fights. So what do the Falcons do? They just wait out in lobby and then get pushed by cities in ramp and hut. This is a horrible mistake, since they had 3 smokes and Maiden was lurking outside. The best decision here would be to group up and actually go outside. Crossing to secret, going heaven, main or anywhere else on the map is a decision that is made after you take outside control. Your main goal here is not to die against close ranged weapons, and the worst part is that they didn't make a single kill. The score is 3-1, s1mple has AK and he throws a fast smoke for outside. After crossing to red, he spots a city player near blue box but decides not to challenge him since he has the bomb. He crosses to secret, but his teammates die 1 by 1. A very difficult 2 vs 5 scenario where he manages to find a kill on enemy sniper in secret. Great shoulder picking finds him another kill, but his teammate dies and he is left in a 1 vs 2. 20 seconds on a clock and he decides to plant the bomb without checking anything on site while being exposed to ramp. And that's exactly where he gets killed from. I can't say that it was a mistake, since he clearly had a plan in his head, but a safer option here would be obviously to plant for backside and then trying to finish a 1 vs 2 clutch. 6-1. s1mple extinguishes enemy molly, and even though he loses a bit of health to a nade, they do a very useful boost to do an unexpected peek towards anyone who is holding from garage or blue. This move can be highly effective on any levels of competition, so feel free to use it with your friends, if you have any. After that, 2 of s1mple's mates die from city in secret and then Snappy dies from garage. s1mple has 100% information about at least 2 enemies. He quickly swings on a guy outside and then does a peek towards a guy in main. And then Matches goes out to main and leaves one guy low but dies himself. s1mple is left with 50 HP in a 1 vs 2. He slowly moves towards secret and then towards single. His past experience tells him that someone can be on site or ramp, so he opens the door, throws a smoke, quickly checks on top of site and then plants. Then he falls back door and takes a very decent position to catch any rotation from A side through vents. But unfortunately, the cities throw a deep smoke for door. Let's see how s1mple plays it out. And this clutch itself shows us that s1mple still has a great individual skill and the ability to perform on pro level. But unfortunately, from what we saw so far, it's either s1mple carrying rounds but his teammates are playing bad, like in this game, or s1mple performing bad and his mates are playing good, like on Anubis. The score is 9-2. s1mple goes ramp and tries to wait out a molly. Magisk dies near him and he misses a refrag opportunity. The path to ramp is closed, so he goes towards hut and finds a sick kill on a player in heaven. And then another one on A anchor. Snappy finds a main player and it's a 3 versus 2 retake. s1mple goes on top of hut and shows us a great unpredictable position which all of you could use in your games. After the first kill he whiffs the spray, but teammates finish the job. The score is 3-9, but we have seen comebacks from even worse situations. s1mple and Magisk are playing in ramp. T players took full control of outside and then went to secret and heaven. s1mple decides to make a really smart decision and just goes on top of B side, since his teammates have control of ramp and A side. Finally, he hears a lot of steps towards single, he makes a quick kill and falls back to top of site. He knows that one player is near aquarium or double doors. Magisk gets killed from ramp and Dupree dies from player in vents. He has all the info and does this. Perfectly played out. The score is 6-9 and finally we see s1mple going outside with an AWP. He misses a shot on a guy's silo and then falls back all the way to top of heaven. After that, Falcons decide to challenge outside with 3 players but don't catch anyone crossing. After T's have already crossed to main, s1mple goes on top of heaven and does this. And this is exactly what people expect him to do. Amazing job. The score is 7-10 and s1mple does this. Right in the beginning of the round, an insane flick to find an entry. An A execute is happening, but this time Falcons are ready and s1mple finds the last kill. For the rest of the game, nothing more important happened. s1mple had some more solo kills, but he was instantly getting refragged and Falcons just kept losing rounds. So, what have we learned by watching those 2 games? s1mple is 100% in the shape to continue playing on tier 1 levels of CS. He definitely needs more practice and preferably better teammates. His mechanics are still on point and his IQ and experience is still higher than the majority of his opponents, so it's all in his hands. After those 2 games, Falcons played against VP, where s1mple also played really good, but obviously this video was meant to show s1mple's first games and return to Pro CS. Please let me know if you want to see more of blind analytics on my channel, because your feedback is everything I have. Just to write this script, it took me 16 hours of time. I was waking up for 2 days in a row and did 8 hours a day of watching demos and writing notes. Then around 20 hours of just doing the voiceovers, and not to mention all the footage recording and editing. Well, you got it, it takes a shit ton of effort to make, so please leave a like and comment down below if you want me to continue. You can also watch my review of Anomalies gameplay if you haven't seen it, and don't forget that I stream very often on this YouTube channel and on my Kick channel. On that note, I'm gonna go rest now. God bless you, I'm out.